Hello dear students, welcome to the Royal Palace PU College online classes. So in today's session, I am going to start a new chapter, that is inorganic chapter, chapter number, unit number 7, that is P block elements. So already we know an idea about what here, a periodic table. So periodic table consisting mainly 18 groups and 7 periods are there. So group number 1 and 2 elements are S block elements, and group number 3 to 12 are D block elements, and group number 13 to 18 elements are called what here, P block elements. Now here we have a concept about what here, P block elements. So in first PUC already we learnt about that group number 13 and 14 elements. So in second year syllabus they are given from the group number 15 elements, because already 13-14 elements are studied in a PUC first year. So this is a continuous part of this P block elements. So that is from group number 15 elements. Okay. So now here the P block elements, generally the P block elements which are placed in a group number from, that is 13 to 18 elements. So the general electronic configuration, of valence shell electronic configuration of that P block elements is NS2 NP1 to 6. So we know that the group number 13 elements, so the electron starts entry into the what here, P block, P orbitals. So hence they are considered as P block elements only. Now here the general valence shell electronic configuration for totally P block elements, that is NS2 NP1 to 6, because already we know that the P orbital which occupy maximum what here, 6 electrons. So now the group number 15 elements, I will move for the concept, that is group number 15 elements. So group number 15, 16, 17, 18. So in this chapter we are going to learn. So the first one group, that is group number 15 elements. The group number 15 elements are the nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. So these are the group number 15 elements: nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. So here the nitrogen, phosphorus are non-metals. Nitrogen, phosphorus are non-metals. So whereas, so arsenic and antimony are the metalloids. They are the metalloids. And the bismuth, this is an last element. The bismuth, which is typically it is an element. It is an typical element. So here the group which consisting nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. So this is a nitrogen family, this one. Group number 15 elements are the nitrogen family. So here the nitrogen, phosphorus are the, they are the non-metals, and these are the metalloids. Arsenic and antimony are the metalloids. And the bismuth, which is itself, it is a typical metal. So this one bismuth is a typical metal. So by observing this we will come to know that, so down the group the metallic character will be increases. Down the group the metallic character will be increases. So this is an introduction about what here group number 15 elements. So group number 15 elements consisting nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Nitrogen, phosphorus are the non-metals, and arsenic, antimony are the metalloids, and the bismuth, which is a typical metal. That means down the group the metallic character will be increases. Down the group the metallic character will be increases. Now I will move for the concept occurrence. So around nitrogen around 78%, around 78% occurs in the atmosphere in the form of dinitrogen molecule, N2. So around 78% atmospheres. So that comprising the atmosphere around 78%. So that is nitrogen. And also the nitrogen which is present in the plants and animals in the form of the proteins. Okay. So, nitrogen mainly occurs as in earth crust, that is sodium nitrite. So, this is called chyle salt petter. And another one is there, that is potassium nitrite. Sodium nitrite and potassium nitrite. This potassium nitrite is called Indian salt petter. Okay. So, here, and the phosphorus, that is also present in the bones, plants and animals, and also we know that phosphoprotein which is present in milk and egg, and the phosphorus which is present in earth crust as, so here that is phosphorus which is present in such a way that, so that is fluoroapatite. So, these are the form of the phosphorus, that is occurs as chloroapatite and fluoroapatite. So, these are the rock salt source of the phosphorus. That is source of the phosphorus, chloroapatite, and also the phosphorus which is present in the bones, and also they are present in the plants and animals, phosphorus. Now, I will move for the general properties of p block elements. The first one, the electronic configuration of p block elements, the general electronic, valence cell electronic configuration of this group number 15 elements, especially I am talking about what here, group number 15 elements. Now, the group number 15 elements having a general valence cell electronic configuration is NS2NP3. So, by observing this electronic configuration, already we know that the s orbital which occupies maximum 2 electrons and the p orbital which occupies maximum what here 6 electrons. But here the general electronic configuration of this group number 15 element is NS2NP3. So, here that indicates what here, the s orbital is completely filled, because one single orbital which occupies what here maximum 2 electrons. And by observing these p orbitals, so what happened here, exactly half filled orbitals is there. So, completely filled means that occupies what here 6 electrons, but here exactly it is half filled because presence of 3 electrons in the p orbitals. So, already we have an idea about exactly half filled and exactly completely filled, full filled. Orbitals are more stable. So, for that reason, the general electronic configuration NS2NP3, that indicates what here, they having what here extra stability. Group number 15 elements have what here extra stability because of this property, s block orbitals, s orbital which is completely filled, p orbital which is exactly half filled. Okay. So, this is about what here, a general electronic configuration. So, this is a stable electronic configuration, especially I am talking about what here, group number 15 elements. And I will move for the next one general property, that is atomic and ionic radii. So, here in periodic table, when we move along the period left or right in the periodic table, the atomic and ionic radii that will goes on decreases. So, because of increase in the effective nuclear charge, the force of attraction between nucleus and electrons, outermost electrons, increases, automatically the size of the atom decreases along the period. So, along the period, this one, because of increase in the effective nuclear size, the size goes on what happen, decreases because of increase in the effective nuclear charge. And what happen, as increase in the effective nuclear charge, the force of attraction between outermost electron and nucleus will be increases. So, as force increases, the size of the atom becomes what here, reduce. So, here that is atomic and ionic radii, along the period that you know that one, the atomic and ionic radii that will goes on decreases because size decreases. But here I am talking about group number 15 elements. Now down the group. Down the group what happened? The size of the atom increases. Size of the atom increases. In generally, along the period the size of the atom decreases due to increase in the effective nuclear charge. But down the group, the size of the atom increases because of addition of subcell, extra subcell. So down the group, the addition of extra subcell. So for that reason what happened? The size of the atom down the group increases. So it is a general concept. But here what happened? Atomic and ionic size down the group increases. That is general concept. But nitrogens to phosphorus, there is a considerable increase in this size. So after this, there is a small increases in this size from the arsenic to bismuth. Here we are going to observe increases but slightly increase from arsenic to bismuth. So this is because of what here? The concept, that is size increases due to what here? Down the group, the size of the atom, we know that one increases because of completely filled d and f orbitals. Completely filled d and f orbitals. Here the d and f orbitals that will interfere, influence, I mean they will enter. So they having what here? Poor shielding effect. D block elements having, D and F block elements having, they are the poor shielders. Hence the size of the atom what happened? I mean down the group increases. So for that reason the atomic and ionic radius down the group increases. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic to bismuth, there is an increase. Okay. Here from arsenic to bismuth there is a small increases from expected. Now next one concept, that is ionization enthalpy. So ionization enthalpy means ionization energy. The amount of energy required to remove the electron, outermost electron, from an isolated gaseous atom. Isolated gaseous atom, we are going to remove an electron. The amount of energy, whatever the energy required to remove the electron, outermost electron from an isolated gaseous atom, that amount of energy required is called what here? Ionization enthalpy or ionization energy. Ionization energy means amount of energy required to remove the outermost electron from an gaseous isolated atom or isolated gaseous atom is called ionization energy. So ionization energy down the group what happened? The ionization energy down the group decreases because the distance between the center of the nucleus and the valence electron will be more as increase in the size. So as this distance increases, the energy required to remove this outermost electron will be less, because the nucleus will not show that much of influence on this electron, because as distance increases, the influence of this nucleus will on this electron will be decreases. As influence decreases, the amount of energy required to remove this outermost electron will be less. So this is a concept about what here ionization enthalpy. So ionization energy, as increase in the size, the ionization energy will be decreases because the distance between nucleus and outermost electron increases. That indicates what here? The influence of nucleus on this outermost electron will be decreases. Hence the amount of energy required to remove the outermost electron is easier as distance increases in between nucleus and outermost electron. So that is a concept about what here ionization enthalpy. Now electronegativity, you know that one, the negativity, the tendency of an atom to attract share paired of electron towards itself. So here down the group electronegativity decreases because size increases. as the size decreases, the electronegativity increases. So we know that along the period, the electronegativity increases because size decreases. But here along the down the group what happens? Size increases, the electronegativity decreases. So this is a concept about what here electronegativity. So down the group the size of the atom increases due to addition of extra subcell, the electronegativity decreases. So now the next one property, that is physical properties. So all elements in this group, they are the polyatomic. The dinitrogen is an diatomic gas, whereas the remaining all the elements are the solids. They are the solids. Now the metallic character, already we know that down the group the metallic character increases due to increase in the size of the atom. So this is concept again I have written here. Now the chemical reactivity. So in that we have concept regarding oxidation state. The most common oxidation state is -3, +3, +5. The tendency of -3 oxidation state exhibiting, that will decreases down the group. The tendency, so usually the common oxidation state which is exhibited by group number 15 elements are -3, +3, +5. But the tendency of exhibiting -3 oxidation state down the group decreases. And the stability of +5 down the group, that will decreases. The thing is that the stability of +3 will be increased down the group. The stability of -5 oxidation state down the group decreases, whereas the stability of +3 oxidation state down the group increases. So this is regarding about what here oxidation state. Okay, and one more thing, the nitrogen, it is restricted to the maximum valency 4, because the nitrogen that will undergo, so whereas sp3, because they have maximum orbitals, maximum 1s and 3p. So totally we have what here 4 orbitals are available. So for that reason the nitrogen restricted to the maximum covalency to the 4. Maximum covalency to the 4. So these are the chemical properties regarding what here group number 15 elements. So next one property, that is anomalous properties of nitrogen atoms. The anomalous properties of nitrogen, that is the properties which are different from the properties of the other elements which are present in the group number 15 elements. See here, the nitrogen family, that is group number 15 elements consisting nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, and then antimony, bismuth. So now the nitrogen, that will shows what here different property compared to what here other elements which are present in the group number 15 elements. So such properties are called what here anomalous properties of nitrogen. So what are the anomalous property? How the nitrogen atom properties are different than the properties of phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. So what are those properties? So the first one property is the nitrogen which forms what here pi p double bond. So because the nitrogen which do not consisting what here d orbitals, there is an absence of d orbitals. So for that reason the nitrogen that has what here a very unique property. So the nitrogen which forms what here p pi bond. So whereas the other elements which are present in the group number 15 elements, they form a bond that is p pi d pi or d pi. So this property is because of what here in other elements there is a presence of what here d orbitals. So for that reason except nitrogen, other elements which are present in the group number 15 elements, phosphorus, arsenic, bismuth and antimony, that elements only they form what here p pi d pi or d pi. This is due to what here in other elements there is a presence of what here d orbitals. So whereas in the case of nitrogen atom there is a absence of d orbital. So for that reason the nitrogen only having a very unique property. So that will form only what here p pi bond. So there is absence of, it cannot form what here p pi d pi or d pi d pi. Because of nitrogen, there is no presence of what d orbital. It forms only what here p pi bond. So the next one property, it is a very small size. Already we know that down the group the size of the atom increases. That means the nitrogen which is present at top. So nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and then bismuth. Now down the group size increases means the nitrogen, it is a very small atom compared to these elements, because down the group the size of the atom increases. So for that reason the nitrogen, it is a very small element or atom. So whereas due to that reason the ionization enthalpy is more and electronegativity is more. As size increases, ionization enthalpy will becomes less, electronegativity will be less. But here the nitrogen having very small size, for that reason it has a high ionization enthalpy and high electronegativity. So next one, nitrogen, it is an diatomic gas. So whereas the remaining elements, they are the polyatomic solids. So only the dinitrogen, it is a diatomic gas. So next one, so it is small size having high ionization enthalpy, high electronegativity. Nitrogen, it forms what here p pi bond only. There is no formation of d pi, p pi or d pi because of nitrogen do not consisting but a d orbital. Here you can take another one, absence of d orbitals. So these are the anomalous properties. Anomalous properties means the properties which are differ compared to what are other elements present in the group number 15 elements. The nitrogen, so properties are different compared to the other elements which are present only in group number 15 elements, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Okay. So now the next one concept, that is reactivity towards hydrogen. So when the group number 15 elements react with what here, that is hydrogen, they form hydrides of the type what here EH3, where E is an element. The stability will be decreases down the group. So E type, for example NH3, it is a hydride which is more stable than what here PH3, and then ASH3, and then SBH3, and then last one is what here, that is BiH3. See the hydrides, when the elements of the group number 15 react with hydrogen, they form the hydrides of the type EH3, where E is an element. See here I have written here the order of their stability. Down the group the stability of hydride decreases because the bond dissociation energy decreases. As increasing the size of the atom, the length of the bond increases, the strength will decreases. So this is the concept about what here, the stability of hydrides down the group decreases. I have written here order also. So the next one, reacted towards oxygen. So when the group number 15 elements react with oxygen, it forms what here, oxide of the type E2O3 and E2O5, where again here same thing, E is an elements, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. The oxides of higher oxidative state, they are the stable and they are the more acidic compared to what here, oxides having what here, a less oxidation state, lower oxidation state. The lower oxidation state oxides are less acidic, whereas higher oxidation state of oxides are more acidic, and the acidic character decreases down the group. Okay, so this is a concept regarding what a reactivity towards oxygen. The next one, reactivity towards halogen. So when the group number 15 elements react with halogen, it forms halides of the type EX3, EX5. Here the one thing is, it forms halides. The nitrogen does not form pentahalides because again here absence of what here, d orbitals, it cannot form what here, pentahalides. So this is the reactivity towards halogen. When they react with halogen, they form halides. When they react with oxygen, it forms oxides of the type E2O3 and E2O5. When they react with hydrogen, they form hydrides of the type EH3. These are the reactivity. The next one, reactivity towards the metals. It forms, when the group number 15 elements react with metals, it forms what here, binary compounds having oxidation state -3. So here I have given such as calcium nitride, calcium phosphide. So these are the binary compounds. So these are the reactivity of the elements with oxygen, hydrogen, and then halogen and metals. So next class we will study about the preparation of what here, dinitrogen. Thank you for watching my video.